Excuse me?
Oh, moist. Look, we won't need you for a bit. Go have a bagel and coffee. We'll call you.
Bagel?
All right. That's it. Yeah, we quit. Right. Tell them to find some Decepticons to beat up. Yeah.
But...
Hey guys, welcome back for this unboxing video, which is a Transformers unboxing, and it's going to be an Autobot. This is a brand which I've only recently sort of discovered, and I'm not sure how this figure is going to scale up to my other masterpieces, which is why I've brought Trailbreaker along, which is a knockoff of the MP56, I think it is. Very nice figure, very poseable. I like it a lot. And this one is sort of similar to it, even though he does have his differences. But that's why I brought Trailbreaker along, to see how they compare to one another. Because I'm a little bit scared that this one might be a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter is okay, just not too much. Because I think Trailbreaker is actually supposed to be a little bit taller than this guy is supposed to be. Yeah, let me just get the wrapping, take the wrapping off, and then see how this is supposed to be done. Here a little bit. If you know, you know. You can already tell by the very nice packaging, by the way. You can already tell by the colors of the box which bot it is going to be, especially if you're familiar with the G1 robots and know what Trailbreaker looks like in car mode. Then this one should not be a surprise. I think I'm gonna have to cut something else open. Or I can maybe just pull it out. So if you've seen my Insecticons videos, that one was by the manufacturer BADCUBE, and this one is as well. It's HOIST, with the model name being LORRY, the maintenance guy. Little art right here, and the truck is basically the same as Trailbreaker, apart from the part on the back. BADCUBE's boxes aren't that special, nothing spectacular. But I was very pleased with the Insecticon, so I figured just give it another try with a different kind of robot. And very curious about the material, because the pictures looked either very good or pretty plasticky. So I'm very curious about this one. We got the little bag with the manual and the trading cards. What the hell is this? We got ourselves a little horsey and some kind of guy. I have no idea what this is all about. Was it part of the cartoon where he would get shrunk and fight toys or something? I have no idea what this is about. So we got ourselves a little knight in the bag. A horsey. No idea what this is about. What else do we have? So we've got this. You call it a lens? I'm not sure about that. Shield. And you're supposed to, I guess, be able to swap this out. Oh, there we go, the weaponry. You can swap it, actually peel it off and put this on there, and then put it on the horse or something. Like, this is something I was totally not expecting. I have no idea what this is all about. And then we have a little stand here. The horse that we put into one way or another. So yeah, we got ourselves a knight on a horse. There's a little accessory thing, and there's another little miniature knight in there as well. What the hell is this all about? I have no idea. Okay, so well, I'll leave that for later. It's kind of ridiculous, this. kind of a Moorish type figure. Yes, with some extra accessories as well. Different legs and once again one of those lenses. And another bag, but I think that HOIST might be supposed to be able to use this. And that's it for accessories, I guess. Nothing for the robot itself, apart from the one shield and the lens, if that's actually for him. Let's see what's in the bag. The manuals were very clear for the Insecticon, so that was pretty exceptional actually. I generally don't really like the manuals. They are not clear to me, but the ones made by BADCUBE for the Insecticons were. 2 cards, one for the Japanese or Asian market and one for the Western market, I guess. With the art on there. And the manual. Okay, well that seems pretty clear, I guess. And then the accessories were actually supposed to be in there. And they have a warpath too, apparently. Which is cool, because I have been looking for warpaths. Concept art. So yeah, about the accessories. And it doesn't really say anything about that in here. So I guess it's robot time. It feels pretty heavy. Same as with the MP Trailbreaker one, MP KO, MP. But it does have metal parts and plastic parts. So yeah, I was a little bit worried about the plastic parts being real plasticky. They do feel like that, look like that, but they might still be sturdy, I don't know. This looks pretty plasticky as well. Then we have this little HOIST thing. So yeah, very curious if I'll be able to transform this one. This looks a bit complicated. I'm not sure if that's actually all necessary for the transformation. Or maybe just for the car mode. Let me just roll this up. And I guess I should be changing the camera angle. There's no way to lock the rope. Alright, let me just go change the camera angle and then we'll dig into the car mode and the robot mode. It looks very, very good. Yeah, very good to decent. So this looks pretty promising, I gotta say. Alright, so if I take a look at the hood and the windshield, they look sort of the same size, so it might actually still work out with the sizes. I'm very curious about that. As for the car mode, he's got very nice rolling wheels, nicely aligned. We got some bottom kibble, which looks pretty clean, I gotta say. Like, this looks pretty good. The back side of the car, the truck, the side, front side, looking very good, I gotta say. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and transform it now. So let's see how that goes. Alright guys, so I think I sort of got halfway with this guy. I think his torso is done. That's basically it. Torso, arms are probably done the proper way. I don't know about these flaps he's got. I know there's some parts sticking out on this figure, like these receiver things, I guess they are. And these things, they have to stick out one way or another. Not sure how that's supposed to be. Maybe like I have it right here, but I just don't know what the proper way, so I will definitely look that up in the manual. The legs are a mess. I have no idea what to do. Like I've been looking around for some points which actually lock into place and whatnot, but I can't find them. And I have to say that this part is so very loose that it's kind of worrisome actually for posing in a cool stance or whatever, because it's very loose. Like I'm not sure if I can tighten it up with a screw or whatnot. Might be able to do so, but it's very loose, kind of worrisome. And yeah, the legs, I just don't know what to do, so I'm gonna look that up in the manual right now and see what I can do about it. But I have to say that it's a very cool looking figure. Pretty tight joints, apart from this one and maybe some parts of the legs when they're in their final form. They might be a little bit tighter, I don't know. But yeah, pretty cool. I just hope that this resolves itself and it'll become a bit more sturdy. Oh, and the backpack, I'm not sure if I have to collapse this inside or not. Couldn't find the proper way to do that. I think this might actually be it, the way to do it. But I'll look that up in the manual as well. Pretty complicated and intricate transformation so far, with all kinds of little panels to flip out, turn around, with some really tiny pegs which actually lock into place in a little hole like that to make it become more sturdy. Very cool design. Very impressed by that. But yeah, let me look it up in the manual how to finish off the legs. Okay, so what I can see in the manual is that actually this sliding part in the lower leg, you can actually apply that for whichever skill you prefer, because they show him in two modes, with it slid out and tucked in, for the size comparison compared to, in this case, Warpath. And right here they show it in different modes as well. So this one is a little bit more bulky legs, and this one are a bit more straightened out, lengthened. So there's that. Okay, so I actually thought that this little part would be his toes, but they are actually his heel spurs. So this is probably then going to have to turn it into his toes. But that still doesn't change anything for me being able to transform it, I don't think. Maybe it does actually. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna leave it at this for the transformation. There are some steps which are not that clear to me as to what it would do for the stability of the robot, which is the main issue with this figure. Overall, it looks very cool. Like, yeah, it really looks like HOIST. So, I mean, yeah, it looks very cool. A very intricate transformation on some parts, like, yeah, all kinds of panels moving and whatnot. And I do have to say that I had such high hopes for this guy, especially with, like, this is not a ratchet, this is actually a regular ball joint. Can I pop it off? No, it's so tight. Like, this is really tight. So I had high hopes for all the joints being very sturdy, but the lower part of this robot is really worrisome. Like, it's pretty horrible. Like, I've got it in a spread out stance right now, but if I put it in a more straight up stance, it just topples. So he's so top heavy that his hip joints and his knee joints can't hold the weight. So I really have to put him in a wider stance for him to be more stable. And there are some parts like this part which can move, but I don't think I can like pop it into place so that this will become more stable. I don't think there's a way to do that. Like, balance issues are really huge with this guy, which is a shame because it looks really cool, and the material which is being used, nice metal, pretty sturdy plastic. It does look a little bit cheapish, but it's actually very sturdy. So yeah, it's just a shame that these joints are not yeah, they're not stable at all, and they're not screws, they're like pin joints. So I'm not gonna be able to tighten them anytime soon. I'm gonna have to dive into that whole nail polish thing to see if that works, which I don't really want to do, but for this figure I might have to. Yeah, stability is a real big thing with this guy. It's such a shame because he looks really cool. Anyways, enough about that. You guys get it. If you just want to put him in a pose and have a cool looking hoist, get this one. BADCUBE, LORRY, OTS-12. But if you want to put him in all kinds of different positions once in a while, this might be troublesome. I don't know if any of your viewers also have this figure, and if the issues are the same with your version. But this is pretty bad. I mean, look at this. Like, it's just moving all over the place. Really bad. But enough about that. Movability, posability. Very nice head, which can go in all kinds of directions, 360 around. It's got a little ball joint here, so you can move them backwards as well. Very cool. You don't see that a lot on the robots. It's got a side wobble as well. You don't see that a lot on a lot of robots. So yeah, the head has got all kinds of options with that. Then the very sturdy arm joints stretch out like this without any hindrance here, but there is a hindrance here. So yeah, stretch it out almost 90 degrees. Full rotation if it had not been for this part right here. Then it has a single joint, which is too bad, but it is what it is. Single joint in the elbow. He does not have a bicep rotation, but he does have a sort of a shoulder butterfly joint because of the ball joint in his shoulder. So there are some little options in there, but not that much. Oh wait, he does have a bicep rotation. Never mind that. It's on the lower part of the arm. And the same here. The open and close grip, all fingers together, no thumb movement. And what I think is a kind of a shame with this figure, like they left this part open. And it's open on the bottom as well. Like they could have just slid it over the wrist right here and close this up. And the design of the hands is kind of lackluster. I don't know if this is the way HOIST hands actually look in a cartoon. I don't know about that for sure, but this should have just been closed up. Yeah, there's that. Well, there's a lot of kibble on the back side, like, but yeah, what do you expect with a character like this? These panels could have been finished off better, I think. Like, they could have done a little bit better design. This looks really cool, like nice shiny parts. This one looks kind of bland. From the looks in the manual, you just have to turn this one a little bit, I guess. You can do whatever you want with it. I will probably, not sure yet, but I might actually flip this one over to give it a little bit more of a colorful look to it. I'm not sure about that yet. I'll see what I do with that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Then the troublesome part, we got his torso rotation. It's way too loose, but it is 360, so there's that. Leg extension, a little bit over 90 degrees, but it doesn't hold. Look at that, it doesn't hold. That's really horrible. Kick to the back, very far. Kick to the front, about 90 degrees. Then he's got a knee bend, double jointed, but it's a weird mechanism. Like, I really don't like the way they did the legs on this guy. It's really weird. And he's got a little kneecap part. Doesn't do anything for stability. They could have like done something with that, I think, but kind of messy paint job there, I guess. Paint, I'm not sure. Then we have this little mechanism to make him a little bit taller. Let me just, I'll just finish this off and then put him next to Trailbreaker to see how what's going on with the scale and whatnot. Oh yeah, this part, this hook thing, it keeps on slipping. I have to keep rolling it up. Can't really lock it into place, I don't think. Can put it in there. I could put it in here, but it's just gonna separate again. Yeah, okay, so we got a thigh rotation, which is sturdy. It's so weird, like this one is really sturdy, and this one is just horrible. The knees are not sturdy either, so there is a very nice ankle rotation, which is, I guess, sturdy enough. The heel is very loose. This one is a little bit tighter. But yeah, he does really have a lot of options for posing, but the looseness of the joints mess it all up, so that's really bad. It's just such a shame. This guy had so much potential, and then yeah. But I might still be missing something, so I'm going to check out the manual just one more time before I make pictures and videos after this video is done, because I do think that if I could just fix the stability a little bit, that this character could be very cool with all kinds of poses and whatnot. But yeah, so this one is so tight, it's crazy. It's very, very, very tight. So yeah, like, it's such a shame. Too bad about it. OTS-12, BADCUBE, LORRY, also known as HOIST for the original cartoon Transformers toys. Names go. And yeah, let me just put him next to Trailbreaker. The throw breaker is a pretty big guy, like he's got a spread out stance now, but if I put him like straight up, and then stretch this guy's legs out. Oh. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay, he's probably not going to be able to stand like this, but yeah, there you go. So I'm dropping so bad. So yeah, size scale comparison. I think HOIST should be a little bit smaller than Trailbreaker, so they match up pretty good. I'm not mad about that at all. They look pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. I want to thank you guys for joining, and I hope you got something out of this if you're looking for a HOIST. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue with this guy. I might be trying to sell it, or maybe I'll try to fix. Yeah, I'll try to fix it first. If that doesn't work, I'll try to sell it, and maybe go for a different brand. But it's such a shame. It looks really cool. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. See you guys for the next video, and later.